Catholic?
I'm a born again.
So you
But
believe Jesus?
my family has been Christians basically all our generations. But
So where are you
obviously,
from, if you don't mind asking you?
I'm from Jamaica, bro.
No, not all generations. Christianity was brought to you in Jamaica, brother. How you say all generations?
So
Jamaica.
again,
Christianity was brought to you by the white man.
you know, Christianity was the first ever religion. Why do you think the Bible was written first?
Can you show me the word Christianity in the Old Testament? Go ahead.
What should I show you? Okay, let me quickly get my app ready.
Yeah, give me the. Jesus never called himself Christian. So
But
the Old
but
Testament, the word
can I
Christianity
quickly?
never existed until Paul. The first person to use the word Christians is Paul.
Okay, but make this make sense. If
So,
you okay, hold on. Let's make this make sense quickly, yeah,
yeah,
because we have to be very specific in what we say, because the truth will set everyone free. Nothing but the truth.
that's
And
right.
through Jesus is the only way we can get an encounter with God. So
But-
you asked me this question. I should get stuff from I should get the meaning of Christianity in
No,
the
no, the
Bible.
meaning. Don't bring me explanation.
There's so
No,
many
no, no. Show
versions.
me the
There's so
word
many
Christian.
versions. Wait,
No,
hold
brother.
on, bro.
No, brother.
Go
Show
on.
me the word Christian or Christianity in the Old Testament. Don't bring me something and he said
This
that's
is
what
what
it
I'm
means.
saying. This is pure delusion. Show you the
No,
word
okay,
Christian or
okay.
Christianity, brother. You have to be more specific.
So the Christianity, you have to be follower of Christ, correct?
Of course,
Show me where Abraham said, "I'm the follower of the Christ." Go ahead.
I can show you in Genesis
Yeah,
when
show me. Go
God
on.
told him to give up his son. What did he do? He actually did. What did he do next? God sent down an angel to tell him, because what you have done, your nation will be blessed. So, brother, like
So there's no passage in the Bible where
there's so many
Abraham said,
passages in the Bible.
brother,
I don't know
look,
where
look,
to
you have to
start
be
from.
honest to have
Okay.
good conversation. So
Okay,
in
go
the
on.
Old Testament,
Okay.
Abraham never said, "I'm a follower of Christ." Whereas in the Bible, that Abraham, when God told him to slaughter his son, Abraham submitted to God's commandments. However, God replaced him with another, with a sheep. Okay, so there is no passage in the
What?
Bible. Yes, with the sheep. Did
Bro,
Abraham, did
the lamb
Abraham
was a
slaughter
sacrifice. The
his son?
lamb was a sacrifice. The
Yeah, the
lamb
lamb.
is,
Yeah, the lamb. Yeah.
yeah. The lamb was a sacrifice.
So anyway, so there is no clear passage. So now let's go
Bro.
back. Let's go
Bro.
back to Jamaica. Before we go back,
Can I ask you a question, please?
Jamaicans never heard about the word Christianity. Jamaicans were not Christians. Okay, Jamaicans,
Okay.
Native Americans,
What was we, brother?
native Jamaicans, they were not Christians. Christianity was brought to you by the white man and forced it onto the people of Jamaica, Brazil, people of America. All right, Baba. So you're just making nonsense, bro. I have respect. You're making nonsense.
Bro. The Christianity was brought through Jesus Christ. God used God. Why do you think? And this is the question I want to answer for you, all you Muslims that think that okay, why did we pray to Jesus? Wait, bro, please, bro, please.
Wait 1 second. So Christianity was brought to us through Jesus, correct?
Yeah, no, not through Jesus, but through the prophets.
Which prophets?
But mainly, that's why God sent His only begotten Son to come down. Because God, wait, bro.
Which prophet came with Christianity? Which prophet?
There's so many prophets. It's in the Bible. There's so many
show
prophets.
us where, brother, the word Judaism, which is older than Christianity, is not in the Old Testament. There's no Judaism in the Old Testament, let alone Christianity. There's nowhere in the Bible or the Old Testament where any prophet said, "I'm coming with the Christianity or coming to the Christ." Okay, according to you believe Jesus was a God and a man at the same time, correct?
No. Okay, thank God you brought this up because I'm about to kick your ass up. Okay,
Don't say that. We don't want to.
Ah, cool. My bad, brother.
Go ahead.
Bro. Imagine. Okay, let's put it in this context. Yeah, God is a spirit. Yeah, is a supernatural spirit. Imagine God coming down to people, proclaiming the word of the Lord. The message would not get sent. The agenda of the message wouldn't be portrayed in the right manner because people would be scared. Why do you think God had to send down Jesus? Because if he came down in spirit form, everyone would be scared. The message wouldn't make sense. So
that was my question. My question You believe Jesus was
Yes.
God and a man same time? That's my question.
No, that's bro.
So,
That's
so
no.
Jesus was on the earth. You believe he was just 100% man. He was not God at all.
No, he was God. He was sent. He was a representation of God in human form.
Was he God or representation of God?
Representation of God. Why do you think God prayed? I mean, why do you think Jesus prayed to
Okay,
God
this
for
is not
40
nice.
days and 40
This is, by the
nights?
way, this is
Why do
not
you
nice
think
belief.
Jesus,
You are
bro? This is
uh,
what I'm saying. You lot
not
do this. It's
you know
delusion, bro. I'm
I'm just teaching
answering
you
you.
about
I'm
your religion.
answering you.
Do you know what is
How you
Nicaeus
teach,
belief?
bro? Come
Nicaeus
on.
believe that you believe God, Jesus was God and a man at the same time.
No, this is where we get
So you're a
confused. This is
heretic.
where we
You are a
get,
heretic. According to Nicaeus belief, you are a heretic.
bro. This is where you guys get so confused, and it's even
I
in the
don't,
Quran. You
brother.
guys
Listen.
claim, you guys call him Issa, right?
Okay, brother. To show you that I don't. Okay, let me show
You
you
guys call
something.
him Issa, right?
Before I tell you what I call him, let me show you what I have to understand that I know your religion better than you. Okay?
Oh my God.
What book is this?
That's not even the real Bible, bro.
It is not Bible. Just read.
The Dead Sea Scrolls Bible.
Read, carry on.
The oldest known Bible translated for the first time into English
By who? It's not Muslim.
by Martin Abegg Jr., Peter Flint, and
Okay, you don't even know who
Eugene.
are they anyway. But anyway, this is the I have the oldest here. So what they did, they translated the oldest one. Yeah.
The
So
first ever book to
when I
be
speak about your
written was
religion,
the Old Testament.
uh,
This is what I'm saying.
when I
That
speak,
was
listen,
probably
listen.
written by a Muslim man, and he
No, it's
changed
not.
his
It's not.
name,
They're Christian scholars. What are you on?
bro.
Oh, brother, there you come a D. You need to wake up, bro. You need to wake up and
No,
smoke a
bro.
coffee.
You guys
You
need
have
to wait,
no clue
bro.
what you're talking about. They are
Bro,
Christian
I do,
scholars. How,
bro.
brother, what are you talking about? Brother, go
Bro,
check them. Go
the
check
Old
this.
Testament. Oh my God.
Anyway, let's go back to the point. The point here is that
Yeah.
we Muslims, Islam, when you talk about Islam, you
But
say,
Jesus, it was never. He never said he was God, though. This is where you guys are getting it confused.
yeah, that's
Why
what
do
we
you
say.
think
We're
he
not
prayed
confused
to
then.
God? Why do you think he prayed to God for 40 days and 40 nights?
But I'm saying you're
If
a
he was God,
heretic.
he wouldn't be praying.
Listen to me. You are a heretic according to Nicaeans belief. Nicaea, do you know what Nicaeans belief?
No, you tell me. Educate me.
The Council of Nicaea.
Educate me.
We don't know, bro. Are you serious? The Council of Nicaea took place when all the Christian scholars and church fathers came all together to discuss the nature of Jesus. And they came to the conclusion that Jesus had two nature, God and a man same time. And anyone that believe otherwise, they called him a heretic. Okay? So if you are born again Christian, this is what they believe.
Bro, we only believe in the Bible. This is all the other.
Brother, you have your
Listen,
own belief anyway. I don't mind. Okay, the Bible. Let me ask you something. Can you trust the Bible?
of course you can trust the Bible.
What are the Bible? The manuscripts. But listen carefully to my question, dear. Listen
Yeah.
carefully. Can you tell me what is the earliest manuscript for the New Testament?
Say it again.
You know the Bible that you follow is it King James?
Yeah, King James, yeah.
Okay.
King James
King
Version.
James was not written by John himself or Luke or Matthew or Mark. King James is based upon a manuscript was discovered long time ago. Okay, that manuscript came way after John and Paul and Mark and Matthew, literally hundreds of years after, was written by scribes. So the manuscript of King James that King James is based upon was written by scribes who never met Paul, Mark, Luke, Matthew, John. Do you know them?
Listen, the Bible was written through revelations.
Brother, no. Do you know
Bro, you can't
the
say no.
scribes?
This is pure facts, bro. You can't do that, bro.
Brother, what facts? What are you talking about, D? Bro, you
Bro,
have no
it's facts, bro. Bro, come on, bro. So okay, same way. If Prophet Muhammad, yeah,
okay,
was an
sorry.
illiterate, he
One
couldn't
second, one
read or
second. For you
write.
to
He
understand,
couldn't
one
read or
second.
write, right? So
Let me,
where?
let
How
me,
did this
let me bring
Quran
my
get written,
Bible.
bro?
Just one second, for you to
Your
understand.
prophet could not read or write. So how did the Quran ever come about?
Before we talked about the Quran, I
Yeah.
want you to understand a point. So this is the Bible, King James,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
This King James, okay? Now I'm gonna show you another Bible, which is ESV. Okay, ESV. All right. So for you to understand what I'm talking about, step by step. All right. Okay, 1 second. All right. So this is ESV. All right. 1 second, because this is very old. So ESV is it look, the Old Testament, all right? So ESV, I have ESV here, and I have King James. So both of them is from God, correct?
Yep.
All right. So now you please help me. If you have, do you have ESV at home?
No, I only have the Bible, brother.
Yeah, brother. I have that. This is called Bible, ESV Bible.
Yeah, I've already got the King James version. Sorry,
Okay,
my bad.
ESV. If you have ESV, you go to Matthew 17:21. If I go to Matthew 17:21, it's not here. It's not there. There's nothing. It's gap. It goes from 20 to 22. Do you know why?
Yep.
Do
God.
you know why? Do you know why?
God.
Okay, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because
Can I ask you a
ESV,
question? Can I ask you a question, brother, please?
before ESV is
Yeah.
based upon a manuscript that came earlier than the manuscript of the the King James. So what they did, the Christian scholars and researchers, they discovered manuscripts backdates came before the manuscript that King James utilized to translate the New Testament or the Bible. So and now you have to understand here they tell you if you go back to the early manuscript which came before King James 1, Matthew 17:21 does not exist. I'll show you where.
Okay. What does this ESV start with? Genesis.
Yeah, it starts with everything is just another Bible. Hey, look, I'll show you. Look. This Old Testament, all right? Here, Genesis.
Yep.
All right? But there are some passages, it's not here, but it's here. It's in King James, okay? You know, King James never met Jesus. King James, he was a king of England.
Listen.
So what I'm
You
saying
guys-
to you, brother, how can you trust scribes, those who wrote the manuscript of the New Testament that came 100 years after John and Mark and Luke and Matthew? You don't even know them. How can you trust them?
Bro, because you guys are going off the wrong. The first ever book was not the ESV. It's only stated that way. No, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, because there's a lot of revelations that wasn't revealed through the ESV. But if you look at the other,
Do you
if you look at
understand
the
what I'm
Old
saying to you?
Testament,
Do you understand my point?
of course I understand what you're saying to me,
What is
bro.
my point? Please break it down for me. What is my point?
You're basically saying that how can we as Christians believe a book that was apparently never ever written by Paul or do you know what I mean? That's what you're basically trying to say to
No,
me.
what I'm saying, for the sake of argument,
And
except
the Bible was written through revelations, through Jesus, bro.
listen carefully. You have to differentiate
The real
between
question is,
the
how
actual
did the Quran get
before
written?
the Quran.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
actual look. You have to differentiate between the actual writers and the manuscript. For example, now there's a books that was written by Aristotle, but we don't have the original writing of Aristotle. What we have a copy of a copy. Likewise, the New Testament, we do not have the original writing of the New Testament. What we do have a copy of 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 the original writing. So the original writing, we don't have it anymore.
You're saying a very key word, original.
Yeah, we don't have original anymore.
Original. And guess what? It goes to show that Christianity is the only original religion.
How can
No,
you
I'm
guys
not talking
claim
about
to
the-
be? No,
I'm talking about the
okay,
book,
bro.
the
No,
book.
it all correlates. The book, religion, it all
Brother,
correlates
you
to
understand
one.
brother, what I'm saying, the original writing, like for example, the original book that was written by Matthew or Luke or Mark or John or Paul, we don't have their own writing. What we have, a manuscript which was written by scribes, is a
Yeah.
copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. Because it was a long time, we don't have the original books that was written by the original authors like Mark, Matthew, Luke, John. So the scholars, like I give you example, Dead Sea Scroll. You know Dead Sea Scroll?
Yeah.
Okay, Dead Sea Scroll, what does it have? It has the Old Testament, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Old Testament, within it, what is it? Torah, the 5 books, Genesis. The
Yep.
Torah was given to whom?
The Torah was given. What? Say that again. The Torah
The
was given
Torah
to
was
him.
given to whom? To Moses.
Yep.
Okay, the Dead Sea Scroll, the gap between the Dead Sea Scroll and Moses, 1,000 years. So someone came nearly 1,000 years, and he wrote the manuscript, which we call Dead Sea Scroll, which we discovered in a Cameron cave, and that manuscript was written by someone came 1,000 years. How can you trust someone who wrote Dead Sea Scroll who never met Moses, who came 1,000 years after Moses? How can you trust him?
Because you know why I trust him.
Yeah, go on. You know him, by the way,
Who?
the one who wrote
Moses.
the Dead Sea Scroll.
I know of him, but I don't know him personally.
So if you don't know him, how can you trust him?
Same way I could say with the Quran. We'll all go around in circles.
No, we're
Look,
not going circle. Brother, I'm sure if you don't know me. If I ask you for your PIN number, for your credit card, for your bank card, you will never give it to me. So your belief is more important than the bank card that you have. So why are you going to trust the Dead Sea Scroll scribe we don't know, and you have no clue who he was, and you're making no sense, brethren.
Bro, I am making sense, bro. Bro, I am making sense, but you guys have a way of flipping. This is what you guys do. You take little things and you run with it. You take,
I'm not. Okay.
but you don't want to answer my questions. You just want to talk about a hidden passage that was written thousands of years ago,
What
and
are
you
you
guys don't
talking
want to
about,
admit the truth.
D? I'm just utilizing the intellect in the Bible. What does it say? Let's reason. Huh? Let's reason. Let's utilize our reasoning. What I'm saying to you simply, you have a Dead Sea Scroll, which King James is based upon. Now,
Okay,
Dead Sea
please
Scroll,
tell me. Okay, bro, please tell me, yo. If Jesus isn't real and all of this, why are there so many Muslims? Yeah, why do so many Muslims believe in Jesus? You guys call him Isa, right?
firstly, I never claimed that Jesus is not real. I didn't say that. So I believe in Jesus. I'm saying to you,
So
you
if you
Christian,
believe in Jesus, where is this conversation going, bro? You just said that
this
you believe in
conversation
Jesus.
is going to that you as a Christian, you have no criteria
Bro,
for your
I
belief.
do have
You
criteria,
just blind
bro.
follow. Brother,
Bro, I'm
look,
not blind following, bro.
you
I'm
are blind
asking you a
following
question
D.
about the Quran, bro. I'm asking you a question about the Quran as well. You don't want to answer
When
questions.
it comes to Quran, we don't not rely on the manuscripts. The Quran, like I give you
You have
example.
the hadith, and you have the Quran, right?
Yes, the Quran, we have manuscripts. Also, we have Quran memorizes. To give you a clear example.
Yeah,
Now,
bro.
if tomorrow everyone wakes up in the morning and
Yeah.
we cannot find no Quran in a physical form, likewise the Bible, the
Yeah.
only people that will be able to have the Quran with them or the scripture is with them is the Muslims, because our scripture is in our hearts. That's why there's a millions of Muslims memorize the Quran word for word, letter for letter. If we don't have no Quran
Likewise, people in the Bible, they,
no, brother, there's no one memorize the Bible. No one.
bro. How can you say there's no one? That's
Okay,
a
let me ask you.
wild statement, bro.
Tell me, what does it say, Isaiah 42?
Bro, I don't know, bro. I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. You can't say I didn't say, bro. Now you're twisting it because I did not say that I know the Bible in and
I
out.
know, but you yourself don't know the
I know a
Bible.
lot of
You yourself.
scriptures. I know a lot
I
of
know the
scriptures.
Bible
But I
better than
don't.
you.
Okay, what does it say in Isaiah 42?
So shall I tell you? Isaiah 42, it says about the servant who's coming to glorify the Lord. Speak about a servant who was coming to glorify the Lord, and he
Yep.
said, I will put my spirit upon him, and he will bring justice for the Gentiles. And then he says in 11, he says, let the witness and its cities lift up their voice, the village that Kedah inhabits, let the inhabitants of Selah sing. So this speak about the Prophet Muhammad, by the way, but we'll go to it after. But anyway, we Muslims, we have memorized a lot of passages in the Bible, but you haven't not memorized the Bible. There's no one memorized the Bible. The Pope doesn't know the Bible. They have not memorized the Bible. You see, so we Muslims, we have the Quran's been passed down to us generation by generations. You know,
The Quran was written basically on the Bible's revelation. Why do you think you have Angel Gabriel in there? Why do you think you have Jesus in there? Why do you think you have so many of our people in there, bro?
Why are you talking? Are your people? I mean, like, it's like they're from Jamaica. Your people. What are you talking about? They're not
Bro,
from Jamaica, brother.
let's not do the country thing, bro.
Huh?
Let's not do the country. I'm not being racist or nothing.
Nah,
Let's not
I'm
do
joking.
that.
I'm joking with you.
No, I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro.
But anyway, listen. What I'm saying to you that yes, there's something we do agree with the Christians, like Gabriel, the prophet, the angel Gabriel. But if you go back to the Quran,
And
like there's stories in the Quran.
What angel came down to Mary? What angel came down to Mary to announce the arrival of Jesus?
We believe the angel Gabriel.
Thank you. So this is what I'm saying. You're using all of
sorry, D, you know the story about Mary in the Quran is more logical than the story of Mary in your book.
I've never heard it. So, bro, break it down. I've never heard it,
Good
bro.
question. So let us break it down. So let me ask you this question first, D. Imagine you have a daughter.
You know in the Quran, did Allah say he was a deceiver, right?
We're gonna come to it.
Okay, no problem.
So you wanna deal with this? God saying he's a deceiver. Okay, I'll show you where the Quran says that. Let me show you the passage.
I think that's wild to me, like a God to say he's a deceiver. Not only that, what he done to Aisha. Not only that, he can't read or write. It's just a lot of things that ain't adding up.
Let me show you where God says it.
And you guys talk about Rebecca being 3 years old. In the Bible, it says she was a young woman,
before you,
not a young child.
Listen, you mentioned too many points. You mentioned too many points. Let us just what they call it, point by point, okay, to deal with it. All right. So okay, okay. This is the. I want to show you something. 1 second. That okay. Okay, can you read this, please, for me?
Yeah, I would. Yep. I don't think I can see it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother.
Okay, this is here. It says in number 7. It says, "Oh Lord, you have deceived me, and I was deceived." That is in the Quran, by the way. That's not the Quran, by the way. This is Jeremiah. I'm reading from your Bible.
Okay, so he said that he was deceived.
So in Jeremiah, Jeremiah said to God, "You deceived me."
Bro,
what happened? Where'd you go? Okay,
here,
now
bro,
I'm just gonna show you where God Himself said, "I, the Lord, deceive." From your own book. Watch this. Okay. Now, so now you have to be consistent. Okay, here in Ezekiel, all right, 14:9. And if the prophet is deceived and speaks words, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet. Here.
Yeah, say that again. Just repeat that.
I'll repeat
that
it again. Okay,
more
repeat
time.
it. Ezekiel. So God says, and if the prophet is deceived and speaks a word, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet. So you
He's talking about false prophets. That's what he means by that.
Yeah. But so you go deceive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what God meant by that is false prophets, bro.
Okay, so in the Quran, Allah deceived the evil ones, like false prophets.
Okay, so if
you have no problem with God deceiving now, yeah?
No, bro, because he's not making sense, bro.
I'm showing you that
God never said. God never said.
Is Jeremiah a false prophet? Sorry,
he's basically saying that he's talking about false prophets.
Okay, is Jeremiah a false prophet?
Jeremiah was never a false prophet.
So Jeremiah said, "Oh God, you have deceived me."
Oh God, you have deceived me.
Yeah.
Let me break it down.
Yeah, here 27. Okay.
Read the whole context. Read not just that. What you guys like reading one line? Read the whole thing.
No, you get your Bible and read the whole context. Read the whole Bible. I don't mind.
Bro, you've got the Bible there.
Okay, let me read because bring it close to me because okay. Let me read this for you. So here he says, or is it Jeremiah persecuted by Pashur? Okay, he said, "Oh Lord, you have deceived me, and I was deceived. You are stronger than I, and you have prevailed. I have become a laughing stock all the day. Everyone mocks me. For whenever I speak, I cry out, I shout, violence and destruction." So what do you mean to read whole life? Clearly, Jeremiah is saying to God, you have deceived me because you're stronger than me. And you told me God only deceive a false prophet. And you just said Jeremiah is a true prophet. So now you, God, deceive true prophet. So what are you going to say about that?
What Jeremiah said. Let me break it down to you because, bro,
You don't even know how you're going to break it down.
wait, bro, let me break it down, man. let me break it down.
Never. You don't even know how you're going to break it down. You know, Christian, they make up anything. He's going to become Ibn Kathir now. Watch.
No, no, no,
Anyway,
no.
look, they become Muslim, leave Christianity, and now, so now you're talking about what they call it, God deceiving. It's your own book. You didn't expect that, did you?
Bro,
No, but be
you
honest,
talk
please.
about false prophets, bro.
D, D,
That's the whole monologue. False
you didn't expect
prophets.
that, did you? You didn't
No, but
expect
bro,
that in
you
your book.
can't use that against him when God was specifically talking about false prophets,
But
bro.
Jeremiah said God deceived me.
He didn't look. You have to break because for me to break it down, it's gonna take a long time, bro. Do you know what I
It's going to
mean?
take longer than the Darwin evolution.
Because even if you go on Google and other Christian websites, the whole definition would
Okay.
be
What do you think about God saying to someone, do you know as Isaiah?
yeah, Isaiah, yeah.
What was the miracle of Isaiah? Sign of Isaiah.
But the sign of Isaiah,
Yeah, as God gave Isaiah a sign, or one of the signs. Do you know what was it?
I think it was no wait. Let me recall. I think it was a moon.
Okay,
Or,
let me tell you. Okay,
or star.
I'm not sure how old you are. Imagine, brother, are you from London?
Yeah, bro.
Imagine you're walking in central London and you see old man walking naked in the street. What do you think about him?
I think he's mad.
He's mad. Imagine if he tells you God told me to do it. Would you believe him?
No, that's insanity. I will never believe him.
Insanity. Okay, let us read what Isaiah says. Okay, if you go to Isaiah 22, okay, so here 22.
But mind you,
At
when
the
God
time,
was
at that time, the Lord spoke by Isaiah, the son of Amos, saying, "Go and loose the shackle from your waist and take off your sandals from your feet." And he did so, walking naked and barefoot. So God said to Isaiah, take off his sandal and take off his clothes. And he was walking naked.
because okay, let me give you a good definition. The reason,
What are you
bro,
smoking, by the way? What are you smoking?
vape. I
Are you
don't
sure you're
smoke.
smoking other
I
thing?
used to smoke. No, I used to smoke weed. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't do that no more, bro.
I think you should go back to it. I'm joking.
No, no, no,
I'm joking. It's haram. But
no,
anyway,
no, 100%.
so what do you think about God telling someone, big man, to walk naked?
You wouldn't, you know, what? I wouldn't be surprised because when God was getting crucified, the same thing happened.
Who?
God, when Jesus, sorry, was getting crucified,
He was
sorry,
naked.
he wasn't naked, but he was basically, bro. If you looked at the bro, if you read the passage and if you look at the message and the film and whatever, you can see that God basically
What
had
film?
nothing
Forget
on
about
him.
the film, brother. We don't watch films about Jesus. We don't. We respect Jesus. But anyway, so here, there's more, there's more. 1 second. And the Lord said, as my servant Isaiah has walked naked and barefoot for 3 years. So imagine God told Isaiah to walk naked for 3 years. And of course, for 3 years walking naked, there were children out there. He was not walking by himself in the earth. There were children, women. Is that a good thing for a man to walk naked in front of children?
I think, bro, that was a metaphor, bro. You know why? They didn't break it
It's
down.
not a metaphor. No, don't
He
lie.
meant his spirit was.
No, it
Oh
doesn't
my
say
god,
metaphor. Just made it up. It doesn't say
bro,
metaphor
it's
at all.
not. It's not. It's the bro. He was
It
referring to his spirit.
literally says here, look, literally, the Lord said, as my servant Isaiah has walked naked and barefoot for 3 years as a sign and protect. And guess Egypt. So that was a sign for a man to walk naked. He was protesting against Egypt.
Yes. Basically, he wasn't
So
carrying
that's
the
why I
Holy
say,
Spirit. He wasn't carrying the Holy
you
Spirit. That's
people
what he
have
meant by him
not no
being
leg to
naked.
stand on to
Bro,
criticize Islam or what Prophet
I
Muhammad
could ask you loads
ﷺ
of
did.
questions that you probably wouldn't even.
So I
You know what I
advise
mean?
you, literally, look, you seem a nice guy, respectful guy. Wallah, become
I'm very
Muslim.
respectful, bro. I don't
Yeah,
come here to beef
yeah,
no
yeah. I've
one,
noticed.
bro.
Yeah. What I would say to you,
100%,
look, your
bro.
voice is gone. Your voice is gone.
No, bro, my voice is still here, bro.
Yeah, okay. The mic. I think the mic. You're covering the mic, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. What, can you hear me now,
Yeah.
bro?
Yeah, now can you? What I would say to you, D, look, seriously, wallahi, let me go back to the story of Mary, yeah? Before to show you why Islam is more logical. Why? Did you know that churches in Britain are turning into swimming pools?
There's a lot of false prophets out here. I understand. And I agree with you on that one,
Do you know
bro.
Christianity? Imagine the Western world who forced Christianity upon us. French occupied Algeria for 132 years, and they forced us and they killed us just for the sake of becoming Christians. But look to France now. France, Britain, Holland, Germany, Belgium. These countries went to Africa, to Asia, to the Caribbean, to South America to force Christianity upon us. The same people have left it completely. We have bought two churches and we turned it into mosques. One in East London and one in Birmingham. Okay.
Amen to that.
Alhamdulillah, you become Muslim. We took churches and we turned it to mosques. So now let me tell you the story of Mary in the Quran. You know, to show you Prophet Muhammad is a true prophet, there is no chapter in the Quran is been named after the mother of Prophet Muhammad. But what we
Yeah.
do find, there is a chapter is been named after the mother of Jesus. If he was a false prophet, he would have named
Of
a
course.
chapter after his own mother. Why is going to name
No.
it after someone else's mother? One thing. The other point, Surah Mary,
Didn't
I
David come
advise
from the
you.
same lineage? David, the tribe of Judah.
No,
They
what I'm
all came
saying,
from the same lineage, bro. So
no,
we can't say that because one scripture wasn't named after Mary that was false. That was just it doesn't. If you do your research, bro.
sorry, say it again.
I said, bro, we can't go off of one, like, you can't say, oh, because Mary wasn't named in the Bible, but if you look at the lineage of Mary, David comes from that. They all come from Judah, right? Judah, you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
Judah,
yeah.
brother.
Go ahead. Yeah, yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, so bro, they all come from the same lineage, bro. So this all goes to show, bro.
But
Do
you
you know what I
missing my point.
mean?
My point is that why a man lived in the middle of nowhere, when he lived, there was many, rather, when he was in Medina, there were many Israelites who were saying that Jesus was a bastard, billah, was a false prophet. So a false prophet, when someone claimed to be a
Because
prophet,
Mary wasn't, Mary didn't sleep with no one.
no, I'm coming to that, but
That's
try to
why
understand my point. My point is,
Mary
if Prophet,
wasn't
listen carefully,
gone.
if Prophet
Yeah.
Muhammad was a false prophet, he would have agreed with the Israelites in Medina to gain more followers. But what he did, he defended the honor of Mary, that she was a pure woman, she was not fornicator, and he defended the honor of Jesus.
Mary was a virgin, brother.
Huh?
Mary was a virgin.
No, she was T-Mobile. Of course, I know she was a virgin, brother. I know that. I know. Okay, I know. But you missed the point. The point here is it's not about T-Mobile or virgin, brother. It's about that Prophet Muhammad in Medina, alayhi salam, he was defending the honor of Mary, the mother of Jesus, defending the honor of Jesus against the Israelites. If he was a false prophet, he would have agreed with them. Now let us go back to the story of Mary in the Quran and the Bible. In the Bible, that God sent Gabriel and she got pregnant. However, because according to the Old Testament, if a
Yeah.
woman get pregnant and she has no what they call it partner, husband, then they will stone her to death. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So now she's
But
pregnant.
why did you think they didn't do that to Mary?
Wait, I'm coming to it. I'm coming to it. Wait.
Okay.
So now she got pregnant. Now she has to defend herself. Otherwise, the rabbis they will stone her to death. So Gabriel came.
She didn't defend herself. God defended her.
Wait,
Yeah.
we're gonna see that story. So Angel Gabriel came to Joseph Carpenter and told him to marry her. All right,
Yeah.
for the people to not accuse her. But everyone knows Joseph Carpenter, who is not is not the father of Jesus. Jesus had no
Nope.
father, so the story doesn't make any sense. That
That's
imagine.
how you know it makes sense, because
Listen,
the whole theory of what you guys believe in, you guys think that we worship two gods, which is completely false.
I'm not talking about worshiping to God. I'm talking about something else now.
Bro.
Listen.
No, bro. This is what I'm trying to say to you, bro.
D,
Wait,
D,
one sec.
listen. Let me finish, then you can jump in.
Alright,
What I'm
no
gonna say.
problem.
So, imagine you have a daughter, and she comes to you, and
Yeah.
she says to you, "I'm pregnant." Obviously, you're gonna ask her, "Are you married?" She said, "No." "Do you have a partner?" "No." She will say to you, "I'm pregnant. God got me pregnant. It's a miracle." Are you gonna believe her?
Of course.
You're gonna believe her? How?
Because God is a supernatural God. He can make the
But
impossible
how can she
possible.
prove that to you? Maybe she's not lying to you.
Bro, we can't use ordinary people to compare. Like God, like bro, that era was a very
Look. I know you deep down. You're not gonna believe her. You're gonna say what? Yeah, but imagine that's when the story of the Quran comes in.
If she mentioned God, why wouldn't I believe her? If she just said out of that random, if she didn't mention God, I wouldn't.
If anyone
believe it.
mentioned God to you, believe him then.
If they, bro, not any God. If we're talking about my God, 100%, I'm gonna believe them, bro.
Okay, Bush, he said God of the Christian told him to invade Iraq. Would you believe him?
Say that again.
Bush, George Bush, he said
Yeah.
God told him, the God of the Christians, he's a Christian. God told him to invade Iraq. Would you believe him?
I wouldn't believe him, because that's the work of the devil.
But
So
it's the
that's
same God though.
completely-
You tell me my God,
that's
if your
completely-
God told him.
No, but bro,
But
that's
come on,
complete.
you're making no sense, brother. You keep
Bro, I
picking
am
and
making
choosing.
sense,
You say,
bro.
I believe him. Anyway, but if she comes to you and she said, you
It
know
goes
what,
to
my
show that
father,
my God has
listen,
supernatural
D,
power. He's
listen, D,
powerful. For that to
listen,
happen,
bro,
that should be an eye opener. But go
listen,
on.
D. If she comes to you now, she says, I prove to you that God got me pregnant with a miracle because my child, who was in the cradle, will speak to you. Now you're gonna say, wow, that is a miracle. How a child in the cradle is speaking. That's the story of the Quran.
Bro, we are talking about a God that rose Jesus up after 3 days after he got crucified. We're talking about a God that healed the sick. We're talking about a God that rose the dead, made the blind see. So if that can
I don't know
happen,
what
what
you're
makes you
talking
think that that
about.
can't happen?
Adi, take care of yourself. Have a good day. Night. Like,
Bro, like exactly, you don't want to talk the sense, bro. Like
brother, you're
this,
not talking no sense, brother. I'm talking about
I
something.
am talking sense, bro. It's in the Bible. This is my
Okay,
God can make
which
the
I'm
impossible
saying.
possible.
Listen, what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you that. Wallahi, Mr. Lick, hear what? What I'm saying to you, I'm saying that if my daughter comes to me or to you, you will not believe her until she brings a miracle or a clear-cut proof. So the Quranic story, Allah made Jesus in the cradle when he was few months old to speak, to defend and protect the honor of his mother. That's why the rabbis could not stone her to death, because they knew that, yes, she's speaking the truth, because there's no child can speak in the cradle. So the Quranic story is more logical, rational. The Bible story doesn't make any sense, bro.
Because the reason why it don't make any sense, bro, yeah, is
So
because
you
the
agree it
way.
doesn't make sense then?
No, wait, no, to you. The reason why it doesn't make any sense to you.
No,
Wait.
it's it's changing day.
No, bro,
Anyway,
because bro, like,
man,
okay,
indeed,
like, the
take care
way.
of yourself, man. I have to
No,
go,
bro,
inshallah. Wallahi.
bro, come on,
Man,
man.
the next time, inshallah, take care of yourself. Have a good night. Have a good night. All right? Have a good night, day. It was nice speaking to you, but you need to become Muslim, bro. You need to become Muslim. You're just joking around. And, I showed you many things you didn't expect. You tried to talk about Prophet Muhammad, about Aisha. Bro, you have your Bible. You have Isaiah was walking 3 years naked, showing his private part to kids, everyone on the street. And you want to talk about my Prophet? Come on, man. Anyway, stop here, inshallah, because I have to go. D, by the way, we'll be doing Dawah Table tomorrow. You're more than welcome to come visit us in Shepherd Bush, outside Central Line Station. We'll be giving Dawah, inshallah. حياكم الله. سبحانك الله بحمدك، أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت، أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. صلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، والسلام.